Fam, I have talked about Palantir quite a bit on this channel, explaining to you guys why it's a great long-term investment and to get your money in before the price starts going up, and that's exactly what's been happening. However, some people are calling it a pile of crap. Others are saying that it's junk and a waste of money. Analysts are out there giving it a buy rating at only $5 to $8, which makes no sense. You know what? This is straight bull. Let me explain to you guys in this video. We're going to dive right in and I'm going to show you proof as to why Palantir is not only a good stock, but it's significantly undervalued and a diamond in the rough. Palantir is sitting on a ton of cash, almost $4 billion in cash. They got a $480 million contract, Project Maven, to May of 2029. Their year-over-year growth is incredible. They meet or beat all earnings estimates for like 4 or 5 quarters in a row. Not only that, they also have gotten to the point where they're 50-50 with their customers between government and commercial. And their top 20 customers are spending 10% annually increased year over year. This is a great company, but I'm going to show you guys exactly why that is. I'm going to show you why Palantir is undervalued. I'm going to prove it, give you legit examples, and I'm going to show you all the data as to why this is the case. You have to understand the fundamentals I'm going to show you in this video. And if you don't understand them and you're having trouble in the market, you could lose money. And I was the same way 4 or 5 years ago. I had some serious trouble trying to figure things out, gain knowledge in the market, and I was bankrupt in 2019. And I had to make a change, and I was able to better my life and get financial, time, and location freedom. And I told myself when that happened, I would help others achieve the exact same dreams for themselves. That's why I offer one-on-one coaching, Discord, and full training course to help you guys succeed. And I would love to help you. I was talking with my son. Let's take a listen to what my son had to say, as I get to spend so much more time with him. And if this sounds like something you would like for yourself and your kids, or maybe your grandkids, then this is something to seriously think about. It's a serious mentorship, and I would love to help you. You guys can sign up at investwithcorey.com right there on the screen or in the information box below. I look forward to helping you grow your portfolio and financial wealth that you ultimately deserve. Let's listen to what my son had to say. Let me show you how much of a difference it has made in my life and my son's life. All right, son, you ready to go? Let's go. You got your iPad and everything you need. You know, financial freedom wasn't easy, that's for sure. So let me ask you a question, buddy.
Yeah.
How do you like riding in a brand new car like this, going to school and summer camp?
Good.
You like it?
I like it.
How comfortable is it? How do you like riding your dirt bikes and having go-karts and swimming pools and video games and your own video gaming setup? How do you like all that stuff?
A lot, because I get to play video games, dirt bikes, a pool.
And having a really big house in the country with lots of room. Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
And most importantly, how much do you like the fact that Daddy doesn't have to go to work? I get to be with you every day.
We used to have to go to work.
I know. I used to have to go to work all the time.
Don't.
Now I don't.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Before the pandemic, Daddy used to have to go to work all the time. And now we're just together having fun every day with no stress, right?
Yep.
I get to take my kids where they want to go. We get to have comfortable cars, dirt bikes, nice house, good food. I get to be here every single day with my kids, which is most important. I get to spend time with them and be here every day. This is the difference between time freedom and financial freedom. You can have financial freedom, but if you don't have time and financial freedom, then you wouldn't be home. You'd be at work making lots of money, but never be home, like an on-call doctor or something like that, or a traveling business. I have time freedom and financial freedom and pretty much location freedom because I can do what I'm doing right now anywhere in the world. Right, buddy? Yeah. I get to be with you every day. We get to go do fun stuff all day, every day. As soon as you get out of school, we do things together. This is very important, especially as a parent. We want these things for our kids, and I'm able to give my kids the best life possible because of investing in trading, which is exactly why I want to help you guys achieve the same thing. You see, my son is happy to be able to spend so much time with me, like all the time. And that's what's most important. I can buy him dirt bikes, video games, new clothes. We have a new house. I was able to buy a motorcycle. I bought my mom a car, my dad a car, and I bought a new Land Rover, cash. I pretty much, within reason, can buy my kids, my family, and myself anything I really want. And that time freedom and location freedom combined with financial freedom took a long time to achieve and a lot of hard work. I want to help you achieve the exact same goals. My students in the Discord are making consistent profits. Let me show you exactly what's going on. So here are some profits in the Discord. Sherry has a small account, started with $9,000. She's up to like $14,000 and change, $2,900 in the last week. Keitra is very new at this, has an extremely small portfolio. She is up $374 and $233 on a $3,000 or $4,000 account. She is up $700 the past week. Then we have Timmy, who's up $1,435 in a day. And again, Timmy over here in the last month, he is up $6,300. Again, $687 just on my Robinhood trade, another $749 on a different trade. Steve just made $2,142 profit on Nvidia, brings him up to $9,487 in his first month in my Discord, and he says he's a newbie, and he is. These are the stories of the people in my Discord. If we scroll through, we can see that Virtual Pete made $5,100 in the last 3 weeks. Chris Felix made $599 on one Leap trade over the course of a week with Palantir. I actually think it was closer to a week and a half or 2 weeks. Chris Mack right here has made over $4,700 in a week. You can see it right here. 1 week, $4,700. This list goes on. Chris M right here, $1,500. One trade. Right here, Timmy made $591, $476, $298, $254, $197 all in 1 week. He made $417 on Tesla. Sherry on this trade made $714 in as little as 4 days, I think it was, 4 or 5 days. Virtual Pete right here has profited another $512 in a matter of a week. Steve has profited $9,600 in 1 day off 2 of my trades very recently. And I have a new student that joined a little over a month ago. And in the last month, he's brought his account up to positive $1,915 from negative $2,900. That is almost $5,000 in a month. He went from negative 29 to positive 1900. I turned it around for him. Slav has made ridiculous amount of premiums in the last month, and Mad Max has made $1,182 in a matter of a week. All of my students, as you guys can see, are up. Let me help you take control of your financial freedom. So I want to compare to you guys Palantir against Snowflake. And I want to show you why Palantir is significantly undervalued. Now, I know Snowflake and Palantir aren't identical companies doing identical things. I'm aware of this, but they're fairly similar. And I'm going to explain to you guys what the difference is. Palantir and Snowflake are both software AI companies. They both offer AI-powered data warehousing tools. Palantir helps government agencies and companies collect data from various sources and analyze it via AI or AI algorithms. Snowflake, on the other hand, helps large organizations combine data from different computing platforms, clean it up, and store it in a centralized cloud-based data warehouse. So while they're not identical, they're fairly similar, and they're both in similar fields. Not quite identical, like I said, but similar enough for this comparison. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if we look at Snowflake first and foremost on the data chart, we'll see that since the inception in 2020, the IPO, we're all the way at the bottom. It's literally been a constant consolidation and downtrend. If we look at Palantir since the IPO, we can see that it started, went up, came down. They turned the company around. A lot of missed earnings. They turned it around. Now it's a constant uptrend right back to where they started. Just based off the charts, Palantir is stronger. 1, 2, 3, 4 earnings in a row. That now Snowflake has a lot that beat, but they've got a bad one here, and this one was kind of a miss. They didn't really miss anything as far as revenue or EPS, but their guidance, and they were downgraded as well, but there's a lot of things that didn't work out. In any case, if we look at Palantir, we look at the EPS. This is where things get tricky. Palantir has an EPS of 9 cents. So Snowflake has an EPS of 18 cents. So you're telling me that Palantir has 50% of Snowflake's EPS, yet stock price is 5 times higher than Palantir. So how can a company that's doing double the profit be valued 5 times higher? Well, there's a lot more that goes goes into it. Revenue, cash flow, net debt. Are they sitting on cash? Guidance, expectations, the sector, contracts. A lot of things go into it. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we know right now, Palantir has a 9-cent EPS. Snowflake has 18 cents. So right now, the stock price should be double of Palantir, meaning either Snowflake is either heavily overvalued or Palantir is heavily undervalued. It's one or the other at this point. But let's look at different things. Let's go into the financials. I'm going to show you what actually matters. Forget all the hype, analysts, all that nonsense doesn't matter. The books matter. Let me show you the books. Now, Snowflake was downgraded multiple times from 165 to 157, from 185 to 172, and someone else downgraded it to 190. A lot of downgrades after this earnings. Let me show you. Let's look at the cash flow. They're down from 300 on average for the last 2 quarters down to 60 million in cash flow. Palantir is 143. Trailing 12 month, 700 million. Snowflake's trailing 12 month, 830. So they're like, what, 12% more? Yet the stock price is 500% more? Let's keep going. Cash from operation activities, 69 million. Palantir, 144. Balance sheet, net debt, 3.74 billion. Negative means they're sitting on 3.74 billion in cash. Snowflake, balance sheet, they're sitting on 2.92 billion. But what do we see with the net debt? Well, they went from 3.76 to 3.69, 3.46, 3.26, 3.56, 3.25 to 2.92. Steadily declining means they're burning cash. They're still sitting on cash, but they're burning a lot of it, and their cash pile's going down. Let's look at Palantir. 240, 260, 280, 345, 365, 374. They're garnering more cash, not burning it. Again, doing much better. So let's look at the income statement. Total revenue, 868 million. Pretty good. Palantir, 678 million. Again, 80 to 90% of the revenue, but a fifth of the stock price. Here's where things get a little bit tricky and a little bit interesting. Gross profit, 549 million for Palantir. Snowflake, 568 million. Almost identical, right? Well, pre-tax income for Snowflake, negative 313 million. Palantir, 140 million. Over the last 12 months, 437 million. Snowflake, negative 1 billion. All of their pre-tax income is negative. All of it. They are not profitable at all. Palantir, pre-tax income, 30, 20, 30, 70, 100, 110, 140, trailing 12 month, 437. Profitable. Now, let's dive into something else yet again that's interesting. Operation income or operating income. Just to show you guys what this is, it's operating income represents the ordinary profit from a company's core operation, resulting in the application of a company's business model and strategies, but before payments to owners of capital, return on investments, which is ROI, and payments of income taxes. Again, operating income, Palantir, they were negative. Then it's 4 million, 10 million, 30 million, actually 40 million, 65 million, 80 million, 105, trailing 12 month, 292. Very good. They're making money from their core operations. Look at Snowflake. Negative, 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 all negative, negative 1.24 billion. What? So we're to believe that a company that is burning through their cash pile, they have no pre-tax profits on their income. Where in God's name is this gross profit coming from? Because they're not getting it from operations, right? Let's keep diving. Let's see how far this rabbit hole goes. Net income for Snowflake. Negative, 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 negative. All negatives and negative 1 billion. Palantir, 30, 16, 28, 71, 93, 105, 131, trailing 12 month, 404. Beautiful. Exactly what you'd expect. Growth. Okay. Now let's look at something that's very important. Snowflake's EBITDA, which, if you guys don't know, is earnings before interest, taxes, the depreciation and amortization of debts. Okay? Negative, 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 and getting worse. Another $1 billion in the hole. Okay? Let's look at Palantir. 9 in the hole, but then 12, 18, 48, 73, 89, 113, trailing 12 month, 325. Beautiful. How is Snowflake priced 5 times greater than Palantir? I can tell you that Snowflake is heavily overvalued, Palantir is heavily undervalued, and the shorts are holding this down. So is institutions. Now let's keep going. I want to show you guys some more stuff. Where is Snowflake's revenue coming from and their profit? 568 million. Well, let me show you right here. Cash from operating activities is only 69 million. Their cash flow is only 64 million. So how the heck did they make $600 million in profit? What they did was they sold investments. They sold maturity investments for 600 million, and they purchased investments for 196 million. A lot of their income is It's coming from the sale of investments. Now, they also have cash from financing activities. It's in the negative. This means they're, purchasing common stock, paying off debt. Let's go look at Palantir. Investing activities, negative $148 million. Well, they did sell $381 million, but they purchased investments too. So Palantir is not just selling investments to make money, to survive. They're spending more on investments than they are selling them. They sold for $381, then they bought others for $523, and they still turned $141 million in positive cash flow. It's very simple. I will put this all together for you. Snowflake is burning through their cash pile. They're getting worse quarter over quarter. They're losing money. And this is besides the EPS and the revenue that they reported on earnings. That's why investors are getting out. And their free cash flow is sinking, but yet they're profitable. So how are they profitable? Because they're selling investment. Palantir sold some investments, bought more than they sold, a lot more, almost double. And they're profitable. Their year-over-year growth, their EBITDA, pre-tax income, net income, total revenue, cash flow, net debt, everything is growing. Snowflake, everything is sinking. Now, Snowflake is still a decent company. They have their struggles, but this is just one example of why Palantir should either A, be closer to $50, or Snowflake should be closer to $60 or even $50. But based on all of the data that I've presented you, it makes no sense for Snowflake to be $130, $120, and for Palantir to be $15, $20. It's nonsense. It does not add up. When I look at companies, I don't really care what this little green earnings E shows on TradingView. It shows they beat the earnings estimate. Great. Shows the revenue. Great. But where did that revenue come from? I just showed you where the revenue came from. They generated revenue by selling the maturity of investments. Very key fundamental. They did not get it from operating income, and they did not get it from operation activities. This is not good. This is a bad sign in a company and a business model that's supposed to be growing. Palantir, on the other hand, operating income, $105 million. Operation activities, $144 million. Palantir is generating profits and positive cash flow while keeping their debt down and increasing the pile of cash that they're sitting on from the business model itself, acquiring new contracts, acquiring new customers. In my opinion, Palantir is going to run $45 by the end of the year, $40 to $45 by January. By this time next year, year and a year and a half out, Palantir is going to be closer to $60 or $70 most likely. It's being held back by a lot of hedge funds, but a lot of buyers are starting to get in. Palantir has basically moved its way up from $15 to $32 in 6 months. It's 100% return in the last 6 months. Palantir is a great company. Anybody that comes on this video and says they're not, I've shown you that either A, Palantir is extremely undervalued, or Snowflake is 1,000 times more overvalued. It doesn't make sense. Palantir is a great company. They're doing everything in the right order. And in my opinion, I would sell some puts at $30 to get in. Look for a delta between 20 and 30 and start selling puts. Palantir is the company that you want to invest in. I like SoundHound. I like SoFi. I somewhat like Neo still, but I love Palantir. Palantir is the big play. They are the future of AI software. Some people say I don't understand what Palantir does. Believe me, I understand what Palantir does, which is why I predicted it was going to run when it was $15 and $20 and $25, and it's still running because I know that this stock is great. I hope I was able to shed some light on Palantir for you guys. Like I said, if you're having trouble in the market and you're really looking to grow your wealth and learn and flourish and have a chance at financial freedom, I offer full Discord, training course, and one-on-one coaching to help you guys succeed. And I really, truly want to help you guys. I really do. But it's a serious mentorship and you have to be dedicated and serious. Like, I mean, really dedicated to learning. And if you are, and you're ready to take the first step, you can sign up at investwithcorey.com right there on the screen or the information box below. I would love to help you, fam. Thanks so much for being here. This video is over, but I've picked out another video for you guys, and that video is right here. Click that video. I'm in 2 places at once, and I'll see you over there. And remember, guys, until the next video, let's grow our wealth together. Take care, fam.